this shit go. Come on. Yes. Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes though.
Hey. Ooh la la, oui, oui.
She like,
ooh la la, oui, oui.
They go.
Ooh la la, oui, oui.
We like,
ooh la la, oui, oui.
Okay.
Ooh la la, oui, oui.
Okay. Ooh la la, we.
Ooh la la,
Should never get old. I mean, like,
ooh la la.
looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop out of the bed like, where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovus. Popovus TV. That's the show. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then please come on in. Over here, we deal with sports, hip hop, entertainment, Popovisms 101, and motivation. If that sound like something you can rock with, then before you exit, hit stage left, Diddy up out there, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, smash that notification bell. So when I upload the videos, you get alerted. Shout out to my nigga Chris. You get alerted when I upload the videos. And if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with the channel, then good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I like to start the show. Tony, there was no other way. Really, it wasn't. We in the end game. And we in the end game because y'all just seen me in the other video like 4 days ago. Like, damn it, man. LeBron keep losing that money, gassed off Lakers, put chips on Shaq. We're going to get to LeBron in a minute. He dropped 50, but will he play the next game? Y'all know how he do. Drop mad points, come out, look like he's the king. Then his back is hurt and his knee is hurt. But let's talk about Brooklyn yesterday. You know what I mean? Because, you know, that was a big game yesterday. Kevin Durant, Kyrie, back in, 76ers. Y'all see the hats over there. Real quick in my Funk Flick voice. Is Brooklyn in here tonight? I told y'all. Niggas was gassed off Joel Embiid and, you know, Harden. And yes, it was just one game. Obviously, it's the game that matters because it was yesterday's game. And, you know, obviously, they outclassed them. They outplayed them. You can see from the jump, Kevin Durant wasn't playing. Kyrie wasn't playing. And, you know, Harden, he broke the record or he tied somebody. And then he went 3 for 17. Remind me of the Knicks, even though this is a Giants logo. In the playoffs, when John Starks went 2 for 17. Like, Pat Riley, take him out, take him out. Ride and die with him, die. I think that was the Pacers. I think that was against the series against the Pacers. So he had a horrible game. Maxey, he didn't have a great game. Oh, yeah, you got to guard Kyrie, and he doing all this, you know what I mean, Uncle Drew shit, got you on the string, and you got to play defense. And Maxey going to be a good player. I don't want to say great player, but when he first came, you know what I mean, into the league, and they was doing like the little draft shit, showing his story, showing who he was, the type of character, you know, the little glimpse that you get. I like what I seen. Him and Terrence Mann on the Clippers, who lost tonight, but they got us some money tonight. Like, winner, chicken dinner. Great way to start the week off. So we have Brooklyn. Is it a statement game? Is it they going, you know what I mean, come out of the East when the East is in the house? Oh my God. I still think the East is heavy. Obviously, Miami, we won money on them today. You got Miami, you got Boston, who's coming on strong. They didn't cover that 14. We had Detroit today with that 14.5, one pick. We talking about, if you're just tuning in, jumping out. We're talking NBA right now. We're talking sports right now. You know what I mean? We're just warming up. Talking about how Ben Simmons came on the court, actually. Now, I know he's in practice. They're saying he's revving it up and he's, you know, revving it up. That's the word they keep using. He's ready and getting ready. But his back is hurting. And he's not playing yet. And we still waiting. And is he going to play in the playoffs? I definitely think he is going to play in the playoffs. Still want to see him on on the court. But he came out, warmed up, you know what I mean? And it was good to see that. Obviously, like Kevin Durant said, it's hard to focus on booing Ben when you're losing by 30. Like, you know what I mean? Like, niggas put the beats to that ass. Like, did nah, ten. Now they like put the beats to that ass. And it was a humbling experience. So, they was sitting there like, thought we was this close, but yet, you know what I mean? You still lose. And another reason why I took Brooklyn yesterday, why I had Brooklyn, I was saying in the last game, Joel Embiid was real chirpy. Like, go that way, like big pun, go that way, loser. And you seen Kevin Durant like, damn, I wish it was more time in this game because I would put foot to ass. And so that was another reason. And then there was some reports that came out, allegedly, maybe, kind of, sort of, we don't really know, that in practice, Kyrie was one-on-one with Harden. Like, you washed up and saying stuff that I couldn't really... I know people go at it hard in practice and you want to win every card game, Michael Jordan. I know your ambition to win everything is like on a billion. But calling him washed and all that, maybe to try to get under his skin, is possible. But I thought it was far-fetched. You can have a pick-me-up game and he not washed. You know what I mean? Obviously, he has some letdowns, but James Harden is not washed. That's why they gave up Seth. That's why they gave up Drummond and some draft picks or whatever to get him. But anyway, it kind of made it look like it was true a little bit because he was up on him, playing him and bumping him, and you know what I mean? Just the energy was more. They came with that feeling, you know what I mean? That energy to win, play the curve and get nauseous, watching the spin. They came with the energy to win, so that's why we had Brooklyn yesterday. But let's get to this LeBron shit, like, because then the other video when they was losing by 30 to the Clippers, I was just hoping the Lakers won that night. Damn it. Shout out to my nigga Gray. Shout out to AJ, who was in the pool hall playing pool and shit. And I'm like, nah, it's close. Then all of a sudden I looked up and it was like, damn it, man, like fucking bastards. And I proclaimed on here the next day, like, I'm not betting with the Lakers. I'm not fucking with the Lakers. Woo, they're not going to make the playing game because I was mad. But they came through today. 7-pick, parlay. Yeah, kid, that feeling. And we had the Clippers against Atlanta. They was getting 7.5. Had the Lakers. We had the Spurs, you know what I mean? Popovich tied the record with Don Nelson. Yeah, Don Nelson from the Mavs. That's what I remember him from the Mavs. Maybe Golden State, too. Then broke the record. So he's the most winningest coach now of all time. He's the greatest of all time. All right, so let's get to LeBron now. You know what I mean? Like, he doing all the King Kong shit. King Kong ain't got shit. I mean, he dropped 50. Like, he is 38, so we ain't going to shit on his hood like that. You know what I mean? I fuck with LeBron. But what I don't fuck with is you drop 56, then the next day you don't play, and these games supposed to matter because, we talking about playoffs. Like, you kidding me? Don't talk to me about playoffs. Don't talk to me about a playoff game, playing game. I'm just trying to win another game. Like, you know what I mean? And, Coach Mora, that's all he wanted. He just wanted to win another game. Like, leave the playoff talk alone. So, again, you dropped 50 tonight. It's the second time he did that. I think they were saying something about last time he did it, they went to and obviously the playoffs and had LeBron in it. Out of his 18 years, 15? 15 years he made the playoffs, 10 straight to the finals, rather. You're talking about playoffs to the finals. Went to the Lakers the first year, didn't make it. Think the second year won the chip, and then last year, we're going to see this year. Again, are they going to make the playing game? I was a little tight. I was a little mad. Pelicans, all of a sudden, CJ McCullough's in protocol. Brandon Ingram is a little hurt. You know what I mean? Thin man. Part 2. Kevin Durant is, you know what I mean? Sniper, money sniper. That's who they fighting with. And if I'm not mistaken, they fighting with the Spurs too. Let's take a quick peek real quick. You know what I mean? Let's see where this shit is standing at. So we can be accurate. Lakers is number 9. Yeah, Pelicans and the Spurs. I was accurate. And right before them, the Clippers. And they beat them 3 times. Like, do the right thing. Not fuck you once, 2, 3 times. Beat them niggas 3 times without Paul George, without Kawhi Leonard. So it's like, y'all really going to make noise. Anthony Davis coming back. And again, it's obviously LeBron is a great player. Top 5, dead or alive. Some people got him 1. Some people got him 2. But wherever you got him at, 38 and all this time in the league, cool. But just say it's maintenance. Every time you look on the injury report, which I do because we winning them chicken dinners, you know what I mean? The other 2 teams we had on that 7-leg parlay, courtesy of Caesars app, my Caesars Sports app, free bet, $41. Nice, 7-pick. With Charlotte and Detroit. Detroit getting that 14.5 from Boston. Negative. Is LeBron going to play? Is they going to make the end game, playing game, knock off the Clippers or knock off Timberwolves? Timberwolves, bad loss today to Orlando. But then when I went back and looked, I was talking to Bombs and shit. Shout out to my nigga Bombs. You know what I mean? Because y'all know I do this shit every day. I don't just be, you know what I mean? Like hip hop, sports, interviews, Popovisms 101. Never bet over your limit. And this is what I do every day for real, for real. So he was asking, you know what I mean, while I was just fucking with him for a hot minute. He like, how you be doing your studying? What make you take the games? What make you put your money? Because that's your money, son. Like Scott Van Pelt, yeah, that's your money, son. So before you put your chicken dinners up, then be like, damn, I lost. You need to have a system, or obviously you need to listen to somebody that you think they know what they're talking about. But for me personally, how I do the homework on what games I'm going to bet on. Number one, I don't bet on all the games no more. I used to be degenerate. I don't bet on all the games. I select the games that I like, that I think I got a feel for, then I dive in like Trey Songz. And funny style. But I look at the matchups. I look if they played each other before, who was playing, who didn't play, where it was at, wasn't on the back-to-back. I may go back a couple of series. I read the little information. I look at the quarters, like, damn, did they blow them out in one quarter? Then the rest of the game, it was sturdy. It was pretty much even, and they lost by 5. Division, West Coast, East Coast, all that shit. I look at all that. Then ultimately, I just look at who I think could win. And then if you betting with the points, which I do, I'm like, For instance, Detroit tonight was getting 14.5. Number one, that is a huge spread for any NBA team. Even though Detroit is Trashington, but they have been playing well, and they also played Boston 3 times. So when you go back and you put the tape on, like when you spin the clip, like the Black Podcast, when you spin the clip and you look at the tape, you say, damn, they beat Boston by 114, 113, or 115, 114, and they lost to them twice by 9, both games. That means they playing them tough. That means in the beginning of the season when they played these games, Detroit is playing better now. And even though Boston is playing better now, so I think they 17, they 15-2 on their last 17 games. So they've been balling. Like players play to play, ballers play the ball. Good looking yesterday, Brooklyn. Yes. Oh, and the Knicks was on that 7-pick parlay too. They played Memphis, and I'm gonna pull it up though so I can show y'all the receipts. Y'all know how I do. Put up the winners and the losers. I mean, I know what it's like to lose, to feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail. And while this game was going on, the Knicks, they playing good too, last 3 games, but they can blow a lead, and they was up a little bit, and I just thought they was going to eventually let Memphis pull away, but they played them tough. When they played in the Garden, they lost by 12. But we had them on the pick, so it's like they playing them better. That's how I like to bet. And then also I do 1 picks, even though that's a 7-pick parlay. The best way to do it is to bet the 1 picks. You know what I mean? Show y'all what it's hitting for. Now what I mean, that feeling. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you fuck with the sports. You want to bet, you want to know, what I mean, who you should take, who you should stay away from, then you definitely can fuck with the channel. I don't got all the Patreons and all the shit in the back line, but if you tune in, you're going to get a couple of chicken dinners. Because I'm going to start giving them out more. Yesterday we went 2 for 2. Today out of my 1 picks, I did 5 1 picks. I went 4 for 1. Had Miami, 1 pick. Detroit, 1 pick. Memphis, 1 pick, but the Knicks was on the parlay. That feeling, I'll explain in a minute. I had, what else I had? Let's log into my Caesars Sports app. I haven't messed with the DraftKings or haven't messed with the what's the other one? DraftKings, FanDuel. I've been to FanDuel, across the waters, but yeah. Let's look at these betting histories real quick. Show y'all that 7-pick parlay. Now, if Washington would have won or not lost by 4, then I would have hit a 10-pick. But either way, I won. It's always good when it comes down to the last game. If you betting parlays, you should just be betting 1 picks. But if you do betting parlays and you hedge the bet, like on one had the Lakers money line, was not really fucking with them like that. Not gonna lie. And then I had Kyle Kuzma with the 4. All right, where's the joint at right here? Let me see. Show y'all real quick. Got mad games, so you know what I mean. show y'all real quick. Because that's your money, son. Here we go. That's a 14 joint. Wish I could show y'all on the screen. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get nice like that. While I put that shit on the screen. For now, y'all just gotta look at it like this, though. It is what it is. All right, here go one bet. Clippers, little 220. I put 220 on each one bet. Here go the 7-pick parlay right here. Clippers, Spurs, Detroit, Charlotte, Dallas Mavericks -11. They was playing the Pelicans without all of a sudden Brandon Ingram. Oh, CJ McCollum, he in safety protocol. And the motherfucking Lakers and the Toronto Raptors. 7-pick. The $41 free bet, because I'm a platinum member. I'm not only a player, I'm a president. You know, everybody's a Caesar. And this is what I do. And if you fuck with the channel, you rock with the channel, I was telling people how I used to stay getting the free rooms to Vegas and Atlantic City and all that. And that's why those are some of the most places that I've been. Atlanta, Vegas, Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. But seriously, Vegas, Atlantic City, and ATL. You know what I mean? For the gambling. And obviously, Jersey going over there to the casinos. But I'm going to put the picks up. I'm going to start putting the picks up every day. My advice is, don't jump on these platforms, the FanDuels, the DraftKings, and all this other bubblegum shit, thinking you were gambling, you bet your money, because that's your money, son, and you lose. And bet 1 picks, even though that's a 7-pick that I hit. I mean, let's get to some other shit, though. Let's get to some other shit. More sports, though. Because I'm going to predict right now, I'm probably going to do a future. You know what I mean? Not future, dirty soda in the styrofoam. Spend a day to get my mind blown. Not future. Future bets. Green Bay just re-signed Aaron Rodgers. That was the big deal. Hoopla, hoopla. But Russell Wilson went from the Seahawks to Denver. We somehow kind of seen this story before. Peyton Manning, John Elway, Tom Brady, Matt Stafford, you know what I mean, last year. Could it be somehow, some way, Russell Wilson go to Denver? They keep quoting they got a good defense. And y'all know I think this shit is, you know what I mean, spun and scripted anyway. Not every single game is hard to pinpoint and do stuff, but I do believe, again, if you can make $1 billion if one team win or a certain outcome happens, and you only can make 10 million on this one, you're gonna push the edges, or you're gonna doctor it up somehow, some way, to where you get to billion. I know I would. I mean, keeping it a buck. That's why I did the video with Calvin Ridley. Go see the other video. And I think he was due to make 8 million or 10 million this year salary, and he blew it all for 1,500, and that ticket was for more than 1,500. And then he jumped on social media like, yo, I'm not an addict, I'm not addicted to gambling. It was only $1,500, and it's like, bro, what are we doing? Greeny in the morning. What are we doing? You can't make it up. It's like the butt fumble with Sanchez running in. You just can't make it up. But now he on Denver. Do that make them a contender? Yeah, they got a good defense. Obviously, they've been having some bum-ass quarterbacks. Now, real quick side note, because it's noteworthy, Colin Kaepernick, he got another video with him working out. Looking good, I mean, to the average Joe like me. I mean, I don't play sports, you know what I mean? And I never was good when I did play. I'm trash. Sprinkle some dirt on me, L. Dirtington. But he looked good, obviously. 6 years out the league now, since the kneeling, since all this bullshit. It's a lot of vacancies. It's a lot of, even now that those dominoes dropped in the NFL, you got other noteworthy news. And I did a video on this too, like still waiting for the proof. Why do these stories come out and then all of a sudden it's 20,000 women, like, you know what I mean? You've been to the club 50, 111 times. So Deshaun Watson, prosecutor saying, facing no charges now. Now, that's not to say that maybe nothing civil won't still take place, and that's very possible. But when it first came out, you know, when he wanted to get out of Houston, all of a sudden these stories coming out, and it got washed over, obviously, because we live in a world where the spin cycle is always spinning some new shit. And that's why I get up on here plainly and be like, Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game, and we are on multiple levels. You know what I'm saying? I'll just be playing with it on some Thanos shit and some Doctor Strange, which I can't wait to see. Definitely going to see that. I already seen the Batman. Y'all know how I fuck with the Marvel. Is they gonna go to the Super Bowl? Maybe, but this is the prediction right here, hot off the press. Seattle, not Seattle, Denver, Green Bay. Seen that movie before, but I think that's what they might be pushing for. You got all the quarterbacks going to the team for the first year. Even though Peyton Manning, they didn't win the first year, they went back the second year. He got that bling blow over Cam Newton and them. But that's what I see coming. Aaron Rodgers coming back. He had the team in the vice grip, got the money that he wanted. You know what I mean? That's a fact. That's a fact. Talk about that all the time. You know what I mean? He vice gripped them, and now they got Devontae Adams, and we're gonna see. You know what I mean? Obviously, the Super Bowl champs, which is the LA Rams. We had Cincinnati with that 4.5. Yeah, we won money on the Super Bowl. I don't think they're gonna repeat. It's hard to repeat, and no matter what sport it is, especially football, where you're getting hit hard and you need so many moving pieces and everybody to be obviously healthy at the end of the season, which most teams are not. And then when they add in the extra week, and it's only one bye. But I think that's I'm gonna throw a little something light on that. Green Bay, Denver, and I think Brett Favre. I think Elway beat Favre in Green Bay, and then the second year they beat the Dirty Birds. And I mean I was in Comstock with Elmira in 98, yeah, about Elmira. Then I went to Bear Hill. You know what I mean? You know, I've been around, he's running through these, you know what I mean? That's my bold prediction. Obviously, shit is subject to change. Well, let's get into some other shit, though. Let's talk about this Nicki Minaj shit. I ain't watched the video yet, so I ain't gonna really put too much thought. I'm gonna spin the clip. I'm gonna watch the clip. But the little bit that I've seen, obviously, with her and Joe Buttons, I did watch the Kevin Samuels. I did a reaction on that. Go look at the other video. I gave my thoughts on it for what it's worth. And this is my 2 cents on this. I'm gonna go watch the whole clip and then see. But I know she said she loved a black man and ooh, she got married to. You know what I mean? Like it's just kind of hard to take her really serious a little bit. Maybe because I don't really watch her content. I'm a fan of her music, some of her music. I be in the club, you know what I mean, listening to her shit. I mean, I like Nicki Minaj. She talented as an artist. I'm gonna give her that for sure. You know what I mean? Even though she took little bits and Little Kim and all that, she's still talented in my book. One of the best, as far as females. If you had to, put the gender and shit on it. But when she was doing all this shit, when she was talking to Kevin, like I said, I don't really watch her, so I don't know her movements. And if you ask me, it was like the dude at the Jets press conference when he was looking all crazy and shit. You know what I mean? And Stephen A. was making fun of him, and he was just looking around and all that. You know what I mean? She was kind of giving me those vibes, like just doing like kind of weird shit. So she talking with Joe Buttons and shit, like, dudes talking about chicks' weaves and they lace fronts and this and that, and eat a dick and shove it up your ass. And like I said, I want to watch the whole thing in context. But the thing is, when you on Popovich TV and you on these platforms and you looking at shit through through the lens, and we in the matrix, people gonna have an opinion. And it just so happens that, the good and the bad that is of social media and these platforms. Good looking, you just tuned in, whoever just jumped on. You tuning in to various different shit, and everybody got an opinion. That's why you're like assholes, etc. So I don't know why it gets people. I don't know, it's like Kanye West, it's like, ooh, they so sensitive. They'll never fix your lips and say something when you're gonna end up apologizing. She got billions, she got millions of followers. Why you rub the wrong way about some little bum ass YouTubers or people talking their shit? And the thing is too, nobody mad that you talking your shit. You got one of the biggest platforms. People that have voice and platforms, obviously you have to be mindful and be cognizant of what you're saying. You know what I mean? Telling some bullshit, you making songs anaconda, dick shaming to the little niggas that's not blessed on some Bernie Mac. I pull my shit out the whole room, get blidak. You know what I mean? Rest in peace, Bernie Mac. People that got those problems, you body shaming this world of everybody's, there's a sensitivity is at an all-time high. It's like Ralph Tresvant was motherfucking duplicated, and everybody is Ralph Tresvant. You know what I mean? From New Edition. I'm being funny, but I'm not. I'm really not being funny. Too much sensitive shit, even amongst bros. When you're just trying to look a man in the eye, get a sense of what they saying, where they coming from, and you trying to express that to them. You can't even do that without, you know what I mean, the feelings and, you know, just too softness, just too sensitive. And obviously she's a woman. But the point is, you got a platform, you know, you a rapper, you an entertainer, you an actor, you was in movies. You could just be a podcaster now. Jump on YouTube, get mad fans, or bring all your fans, have one of the biggest voices vibrate through the industry. You can't be mad at some, you know what I mean, me or a regular nigga in the barbershop or whoever's setting up in their house and they having opinions on shit that you putting out there. Cause you want, what's the song with Chris Brown or one of the songs? And yeah, what's your bum ass, lace ass weave front? Some shit like that. She said, yet and still with the same mouth, the same talking out, same side of the neck. And again, I'm gonna go watch the whole video to get it in context. You talking about nigga shit, we talking about bitches and they weeds, and you keep that shit in the house. And who are you to tell any man what the fuck to say? Like what? Where your husband at? What is he saying about this? I mean, like, you could take that stance. And again, people gonna do what they want to do, listen to what they want to listen to, you know, support what they want to support. The buffoonery remains at an all-time high, and the fuckery is at an all-time high. So whichever one you want, the red pill or the blue pill, you can swim in both that shit. When I come on the channel, it's full transparency and authenticity. That feeling, you know what I mean? The slogan, that shit is real. So what you see is what you get, and what you get is your ass. What you see is what you get. You know what I mean? And obviously the stuff that I come on Popular TV and talk about, we could talk about it all day. Stuff that I don't tend to talk about that I may feel too personal, or I'm not hustling for my first name, I'm hustling for my last name. Because there's certain things I went and just jump on and talk about when I have family and be like, oh damn, you just exposed this. Or you talking about those type of acts? That's why we look at certain people that's not afraid to bear it all with the side eye. I do. If you willing to do anything to sell your soul, and you know you want to sit on big butts and all that. I know she was doing the, what was it? I like big butts and I cannot lie. And I do like big butts. The whatever, Sir Mix-a-Lot. It was based off the, you know, that what they call them shits when you playing on a parody or whatever. I get it. But you the one making videos like that. You the one sexualizing. You the one with the pink hand. You the one getting surgeries. And you the one fucking with, you know what I mean, suspectable, you know what I mean, allegedly, maybe, kind of, sort of, the story went that way. And then all of a sudden, you got to, you know, you're not reporting in the husband I'm talking about, had baby with, you know what I mean? So, you know, this is your life. You know what I mean? Like Kanye said, this is my life. You live yours. But because you live in the public eye, people can have an opinion on you, and you can tell them to suck a dick. You have a right to say that too. You can say all the niggas suck a dick. You can go back to your home like LeBron after they lost, when he was super mad and super hurt when they lost to Dallas, and he know he played like shit. What was his response? And that's why everybody was mad, because that shit smacked flames out of mad people. People was super mad. People was mad, and not for the people that bet a couple little dollars. Know what I mean? And lost their money. Because that's your money, son. But he hit people where it really hurt. Because most people, they don't got no direction or no purpose. They ain't finding it. And even we see people that do make it to certain heights, get big and popular like fortune, fame, and, you know, notoriety, and you got millions. Still ain't happy. Off with your head. You kill yourself. You jump off the building. You do some wild shit. So, you know, the fame and the money, that shit don't, like Big said, more money, more problems. But what LeBron said that everybody had a problem with and they was mad at him, is he like, I'm going back to my life. After this game and y'all happy I lost, y'all got to go back to your fucking life. That's pretty much what he was saying. A lot of people was truck driving, or you in McDonald's, or you a teacher you really don't like, or you in your marriage, or whatever it is, whatever your matrix is, and you doing that shit every day. Because you ain't got to be in jail to be doing time, like Tupac said. Time goes by, puff. You don't got to be in jail. A lot of people is doing time, so that was a hard hit to a lot of people. Like, oh, you know what I mean? Hit niggas in the hit, it's the big one. Hit niggas in the heart, men, women alike. Like, damn, I didn't know you felt like that, my nigga. And he like, yeah, because y'all happy that I fucking lost. And misery love company, so take that. Because even though I lost, I made it. I'm accomplished. I'm going back. Beautiful wife, beautiful family. Whether he fronting or not, I don't think he fronting. It's like with Eddie Murphy, you know what I mean? Or is it delicious or boom or raw? When he like, yeah, you can leave. You know what I mean? Bitch talking about she want to leave, and he like, yeah, the tennis court, the pool, and all that. And then you start thinking about it, like, yeah, this is living pretty damn decent. We doing PDD over here, pretty damn decent. So you know, she could get mad. Anybody could get mad. You know what I mean? Terrence, I talked about him. Terrence J, you know what I mean? You could get mad, people clowning you, but you threw that out there for the world, and you got bitches doing the dance while you sleeping and you snoring. You know what I mean? Tasha K and anybody, you know what I mean? The E40, the YouTuber that was chasing down the little kids. We can get up here and talk about that shit. We can talk about anything we want because everybody got a platform now. Everybody has a voice because of technology and the way that it is, good or bad. And you can use it for good or bad. A lot of people are using it for the bag, and they taking it all off because it's all for sale. Like 50 Cent, that's a 50 Cent reference. It's all for sale. Everything is for sale. And for me, I'm not going, if you rock with the channel and you've been rocking, since I've been running through these YouTube streets, shit is on fire, running through these social media platforms, and they should have never let me. Told y'all from day one, I never was going to sell hamburgers on the side of the road like the other nigga on the other channel. Set myself on fire and do all type of crazy shit. I'm gonna get up here. We gonna talk. You can drop a comment. You can hit me on the bat line if you know me. And this shit is all organic, authentic. That feeling, you know what I mean? I'll be surprised. Like, know what I mean? Niggas ain't sharing and really fucking with the video, but it's all good. Let's talk about Chris Brown real quick. With receipts and stuff that we say, and that's why I keep the receipts. People was crucifying him. What's the not the View with the old joints, the other one with the heavy set joint and the chick that used to play Jamie Foxx fucking, what was her name? Bevy or Garcia, whatever her name is. The chick from motherfucking the Jamie Foxx show. And she was his roommate or whatever. Her. Fancy. Fancy. You fancy, huh? You fancy, huh? Your nails done? Fancy. She on the show. You know what I mean? I forget the real. Not the View and the real. Views is low. The point is they raking Chris Brown, raking him. And obviously when you in his status, you could get a lot of sticky situations. Shit could get a little crazy for you. You could be all the way in the right, but because people are overzealous, because there's only one of him and it's 1,000 of views, you know what I mean? You know what we're talking about. Couldn't get far, fucking the rap star. Yeah. It's 1,000 of views, there's only one Chris Breezy. Like, there's only one Mike, there's only, you know what I mean? And I get that. And I think for the most part, men get that, you know what I mean? And whether it's on the field, on the court, whatever, you know your place. You can work and work hard, but you get it when somebody outclasses you. You get it. Like, you tip your hat, you say, hi, you bow out the game gracefully. I'm going to play hard, but I got it. He had been in mad situations where accused, allegedly, maybe kind of, sort of. So the most recent one, he came out with the voicemail, you know what I mean? Came out with the receipts, the text messages, and it really just shows that Shorty just wanted the D. And I made fun because that's exactly what he said in the song. You like it, what you see. Everything is out and like, come on, you just want to fuck, and we get it. But why try to ruin a whole man's life, though? Like, damn, scandalous, trifeness. And this is the day and age where we live in, where it's all too easy. Joint just hit a head on the counter, black an eye, call 911, FaceTime, and then you in handcuffs, figuring it out. On the back line, when I was inside, you know, because I never was a baby daddy, you know what I mean? And being inside, you know, I mean, I know I'm not an angel, did a little time, a few times upstate, in a few different spots. I used to hear all of the time, and I ain't gonna lie, didn't really believe a lot of the dudes that was telling the story, because I'm like, damn, you another one you in. But now when you think back, and in hindsight, it's 2020, it's like, oh shit. I do see a lot of this shit going the way these niggas was saying, like, damn, Shorty is trite. But you be thinking, like, because you in here with me, and, you know, I know what I done did, and you know what people is in there for, and you around real hardcore convicts and niggas that did some shit. So it's like, you could just be telling everybody. That's why that stigma, everybody in prison is to claim their innocence. But it really is really innocent people in prison. You know what I mean? I know a few of them fighting for their lives last 20, 15 years, still trying to get out, still trying to get one of these, you know, Maya Moores and take a look at them. You know what I mean? Not for love, but just because I'm innocent. And I don't have no other recourses to go to these Supreme Courts and these appellate divisions, etc., and writing these briefs, and I ain't got no chicken dinners to really do it. So I'm fucked. You know what I mean? And to the grace of God, I'm just trying to hold on. But those are the letters I get. I open up my JPay account. A lot of niggas free to bros, free to bros. They don't got no JPay account. They ain't sending no emails. They not sending no packages. They not looking out. Not even sending an electronic fucking stamp. Scumbags, scum of the earth, as KO would say. You know what I mean? Shout outs to KO, you know what I mean? Scum of the earth. But yet, they the realists and they this and they that. So, you know, you can easily be duped with somebody claiming something without proof nowadays, especially if it's a woman. And it's been like that for a while, man. You know, with domestic violence, with the R word, but I'm not monetized. So when rape, like, we'll be raping you, raping you, raping you. Yeah, that's a lock reference. You're going to get the Honda with the rims, the Civic. We're going to hook you up. You know what I mean? Raping you while you giving us all these hits and all that and Benjamins and shit. Yeah, you're going to get the Civic, my nigga. All of these claims, some true, some not true. Rick Ross, who I also just spoke about, put Molly's in the champagne. She ain't even know it. So when these accusations come out, of course you got to look at it with the side eye. But you say 22 women, Deshaun Watson, you a serial misogynist, rapist ass nigga, that you got chicks to come over and massage you, but yet you trying to bone. Just pay for the services, my nigga. And I don't even think he got to pay for the services. But I'm not saying he didn't do what they're accusing him. I'm saying the DA says no charges are going to be brought. So what is just civil? It's just your word against mine. You want to tarnish my image because I treated you, you know what I mean, like you was a 304, maybe, kind of, sort of. Don't put yourself in those predicaments, ladies. Flying somewhere and then one buns you don't want it. Now you walking on the side of the road like this nigga's foul. I was always, you know what I mean, tell my little niece and my little, don't never do that. Never do that, especially if you ain't got no money. Because that's your money, son, and then that's your safety, girl. You know what I mean? And so when you do these type of things, you easily could spend. That's why Tommy, real quick, when he was sending her the email, shorty Shay Means, he wasn't simping and playing. So he wanted to make sure she wasn't mad and feeling some type of way that he boned her friend and not her, and everything was cool because I just flew you out to my house. You just came here, you leave with any type of story, and we even see it still went left. You know what I mean? She making up what the fuck is it? GoFundMe page so she can fight the big bad wolf, and you know niggas is tarnishing her name. No, you tarnishing your own name. Because you can't take that back, Cardi B, that you drug niggas and get them booked for their money and get them set up. You can't take that back. You could not be doing it no more. I'm not doing some of the same shit I went to prison for. But that don't mean, you know what I mean? Like, you can't take it back, stuff that you say. That's why you got to be careful, even when it's in the song. And that's why they trying to pass the law to say, yo, you can't use the shit that we saying in the song because these dumb niggas is telling on themselves in the song. They drill it. You drill music. You about that life, right? You really rapping what you rhyming about. You know what I mean? What's the nigga name? That rhyme with A Boogie. I can't think of his name right now. You know what I mean? He said a nigga rhyming what he really about. And yeah, you want to put it in the rap song. You sound harder. You sound realer. And oh yeah, the feds listening. Police listening, DA listening, like Knox is listening, and then when they come bring you in and you're not ready for the consequences and the yakisobe and the chili con corn, when you in Attica somewhere, bump with some white nigga, like, yeah, could get real fast in the New York minute. So you can't tell on yourself. But that's why they're trying to get that law that they can't use the lyrics against these individuals. I say just stop rapping about it. You creative, right? You on Mile and you in the studio all gassed up, right? You could come up with some more creative shit than that, than to keep telling on yourself, then get mad because they using your shit. Like 50 said, like, I don't want to say some shit the DA might want to play in court, but all the duck niggas down like it's a sport. And these niggas is really doing what they say they rhyming about. You're going to go to jail. Because you're going to say some shit, you're going to slip up. They caught homie allegedly, maybe kind of sort of in his video, by the numbers on the money, and this is fake money that I just be fucking around with, but we won them real chicken dinners tonight. Good looking, Knicks. Y'all lost, but y'all didn't lose by that 9. Yes. Knicks fought hard to the death. Got us little chicken dinners. But they caught them because of the serial numbers on the money. And the other dude with the checks and all that shit with the pandemic and the unemployment and all that. You telling on yourself. So you can tell on yourself and be mad at yourself. How about just be smarter, make smarter moves, know better, you do better, and keep it a buck like that. And that's what I say. LeBron playing his next game Y'all fucking with Nikki, y'all not fucking with her. Y'all say Joe Budden. I'm gonna go watch the video. We're gonna be putting up the pics. We've been doing this all football season. That's why I really started the channel over a year ago, because this is what I do every day. Like, I mean, all this is cool to talking about. Are you winning? Are you gonna win some money tomorrow? That's what we working on. But I'm gonna put the pics up, even if it's in the picture. How this YouTube shit nigga still freaking out. That's why I fucking brought the what's this dude name? The lead attorney brought his course. Not afraid to invest, and you should invest in yourself as well. A lot of times, oh, but you're black. Not worrying about what the other. I'm worrying about, oh, but you're black. Try to cut corners, especially when you're dealing with other people, you know what I mean, that are where you want to be, and they may be a little more savvy, got a little more cachet in that area, and can help you. You want it for free, I get it. You feel like they should pull you along, Harriet Tubman and Moses and free my people. But sometimes you gotta pay. And so I paid a couple dollars. I learned some things, and pretty much that's how you gotta do it. Like, you gotta invest in yourself, no matter whether it don't gotta be financially all the time. It can be time and effort and energy, but you know, being around those that know what they're talking about. And I mean, it's not all just video. There's some people you can just talk sports with and hip hop and all that, but you don't go talk to them about other matters. You know what I mean? God. You know what I mean? Being consistent. Obviously having a balance, working out, stocks, investments, you know, relationships, things that matter, stuff you just talked about with your son, or you know, those issues. It's always the same shit, and obviously you got to know who you're dealing with, and you just wouldn't talk about that with anybody. But the thing is, those circles be small. Those mind frame, those mind frames be rare. You know what I mean? So you know, that's what it is. It's your boy Popovich. You was just tuned in. Popovich TV. That's my show. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, so I don't have no script. I'm not reading nothing. I just go off the vibes. We authentic because our track record is intact. Not because we killed 100 niggas and we ran 100 blocks. We authentic, that feeling. Yeah, kid.